President Obama takes part in a Memorial Day tradition.
The lights go out for some mid-Missourians late last night.
A police shootout in Houston leaves 2 dead. Good morning. It's Monday, May 30th, 2016. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Megan Judy.
And I'm Justin Kollar. Happy Memorial Day, everyone.
Yeah, I'm Tim Schmidt. We're looking at a few thunderstorms possible later on this afternoon. It should...
All right, Tim, thank you very much.
It's Memorial Day, and President Obama will participate in a wreath-laying ceremony to honor those who have fallen.
The ceremony will be at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Washington, D.C. This is one of many Memorial Day activities taking place at Arlington National Cemetery to remember those who fought and died while fighting in the U.S. military. And speaking of Memorial Day, police in Iowa say someone vandalized the Freedom Rock. It's a monument dedicated to honoring veterans. Police say someone vandalized the Freedom Rock, a monument. Police say it because there are no surveillance cameras in the area. They don't know who did it.
A Kentucky man has been arrested after he allegedly damaged more than 150 crosses in a Memorial Day display with his vehicle. Anthony Burris was arrested in connection with the incident, which happened in Central Park. About 160 crosses were knocked down and about 20 were destroyed. Sparks flew in South Columbia, leaving hundreds without power. KOMU 8's Jordan McGee is live from South Providence with what caused the outage. A Tipton teenager is dead after being shot and killed over the weekend. The Missouri State Highway Patrol says 19-year-old Robert Ashbaugh died shortly after 11 o'clock when a friend shot him during horseplay. He was taken to University Hospital at the request of the Montauk County coroner for an autopsy. No one has been arrested. Highway Patrol is still investigating. The Houston Police Department is investigating an officer involved in a shootout that left 2 dead and several injured. Police say a man with an AR-15 and a pistol shot at people near an intersection. He shot 8 people, including 2 officers. Though both lived, officers eventually shot and killed the suspect. A routine traffic stop in Florida went wrong when a driver opened fire on the officer who stopped him. Dashcam video showed the driver firing at the officer after he opened the car door, asking the driver to get out. The officer struck the driver as he drove away, and the driver was arrested after a short chase. Officers say the driver will be charged with attempted first-degree murder, among other charges. A weekend full of flooding for much of our southern neighbors. More on the damage after the break.
First ever Memorial Day run for the veterans 5 to 10Ks coming to Columbia today. I'll share how the event came to be.
This is KOMU 8 News Today, coverage you can count on with a live look over Jefferson City.
Things cool off just a touch, but things won't be too bad. We'll actually have some nights where we're in the 50s too.
Wow.
That lesser humidity,
nice.
The wind coming out from the north and west will kind of help things out with that too.
Okay, thanks, Tim. The Memorial Day run for the veterans 5 to 10K will be at Flat Branch Park today at 8 a.m.
This is the first year of the race's existence, and KOMU 8's Mark Kim is in the studio to tell us how the event came together.
Well, the event is designed to help local veterans charity here in town.
Feeding deer in 29 counties in Missouri is banned starting today. The Missouri Department of Conservation activated the feeding ban to limit the spread of chronic wasting disease, which is a fatal neurological disease that infects deer. According to the Conservation Department, there have been 33 confirmed cases found in Missouri. For the full list of counties, visit our website, KOMU.com. Memorial Day ceremonies will be held at 5 veteran cemeteries across the state. The ceremonies will be in Bloomfield, Fort Leonard, Higginsville, Jacksonville, and Springfield. Memorial Day is a national holiday to honor those who have died in all American wars. A wave of suicide car bombings killed 17 people near Baghdad. Local police say when nobody immediately claimed responsibility, they believed it was the work of ISIS. The attacks came when Iraqi military operations were poised to retake Fallujah from the militants.
A new photo is considered to be a Japanese journalist who is believed to be held in Syria. The journalist disappeared in June of last year. In the photo, he's shown holding up a sign that says, "Please help me, this is the last chance." The local news agency says the picture was given by a person who informed them the reporter is being held by an al-Qaeda-linked militant group in Syria. A storm affecting multiple parts of the country, Tropical Storm Bonnie, has been downgraded, but the storm is still hitting the southeast. In some counties in Georgia, many roads were covered with water. Department of Transportation workers put signs up warning people not to drive on flooded streets. Deaths from flooding over Memorial Day weekend has hit 6 in Texas. Torrential rains caused heavy flash flooding in some parts of the U.S. over the last few days and led to numerous evacuations. Severe weather has lessened for many places, though Tropical Depression Bonnie has caused rain and wind to North and South Carolina. Forecasters say up to 8 inches of rain have fallen in parts of southern South Carolina.
The Coast Guard is searching for a man who went missing after being swept away along the coast of Texas. 37-year-old Stephen Espidal was part of a group that rescued a woman who was also swept into the water. The woman was able to make it to shore and 2 others were rescued by boat, but Espidal remains missing. A 2-mile stretch of beach was closed after a swimmer was bitten by a shark or a sea lion in California. Lifeguards found the woman in distress in the water about 150 yards offshore. She had large bites on her upper torso and shoulder, but was conscious when she was taken to the hospital. Officials say they are still working to determine whether it was a shark that had bit her. A World War II veteran who says he was exposed to mustard gas experiments at a former Southwest Missouri military camp has had his disability claim denied again. A St. Louis paper reports that Arla Harrell's claim has been denied for 4 times in 21 years. In November, NPR reported there was evidence that more than 3,000 World War II veterans were exposed to mustard gas in Army experiments. 6 times the VA recognized that number. Before you cook up beef this summer, some doctors are saying to take another look at your grill.
And drug problems may not just be a human thing anymore. Find out more about another group affected after the break.
Chance for an afternoon pop-up thunderstorms. Those will be over the Ozarks if we see any. High temperatures today near 86 degrees.
All right, so thanks. Columbia's annual Memorial Day parade.
Memorial Day is typically the beginning of the summer grilling season.
This is the standard grilling season
Yeah.
warning story. Some doctors are saying you need to take a second look at your grill before you plop down those burgers this summer. Details from NBC's Chris Clackham.
Whether you do it before or after a cookout, it turns out a good brush should be thrown away, or better yet, use only a nylon bristle brush to keep clean the grill you'll use all summer. Chris Clackham, NBC News.
Doctors and other medical specialists urge people to take a second look at their grill today before lighting up some Memorial Day barbecue. This week is National Tire Safety Week. Now's the time to focus on properly maintaining your tires. According to data from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, fewer than 20% of consumers properly check and inflate their tires. Drivers should check tire pressure at least 1 time per month. It enables tire to properly support and control the vehicle. All you need to check tread depth is a U.S. penny. Make sure the tread goes over Lincoln's head. Surveys are in, and TripAdvisor has people's top 3 Memorial Day activities. Half said they'll be attending a cookout or barbecue. 22% said they'll be swimming or taking part in a water sport. And 18% will be shopping, taking advantage of those Memorial Day sales to kick off the summer. A dog named Bubba is making national headlines after his owner was arrested on drug charges in California, and the dog tested positive for meth and heroin.
This situation is not as unique as you'd think, though. NBC's Jill Johnson reports on the growing problem of pets ingesting recreational drugs.
And this is a live look over Columbia Regional Airport, KOMU 8. Thanks for waking up with us.